honeybees have set up a hive in the walls of my house, and today we are resettling them. Just have a look at this. Oh my god! Oh my god!
They look great.
Like,
Perfect. Yeah.
Right
Okay, yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Do you think there are very many in there?
I would say there's a good, you could be looking at a colony of anywhere from 30 to 50,000 honeybees.
30 to 50,000?
In there, yeah.
Oh my god.
We really need our honeybees. We're one of the few places in the world that have the healthiest honeybees, and we've got to really protect and cherish them. Honeybees will give us 1/3 of the world's food supply, so any fruits, anything that flowers is pollinated by a type of bee or a pollinator, and we really, really desperately need them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's lots of bees, lots of comb. And we're going to put this one into the hive. So that's your first frame. You're trying to keep it as in form as possible. There's actual honey dripping down on my head. Usually we capture them in a swarm where they're just looking for a new home and they're hanging in a tree or on the side of a building, what have you. But this is the first one, to my knowledge, of one actually being taken out of a home that's already established.
So
A small piece like this, we sell for about $40.
wow.
So you've got a good 10 pounds or more there of comb honey.
300 or 400 probably. And it's as organic as it gets.
As organic as it gets.
We've put all the honeycomb and the bees, as many bees as possible, into the hive. Hopefully the queen is in there as well. And what's going to happen now is, over the next few hours as it gets darker, the bees are going to signal to the others that this is the way home. And by the time we come back tonight, the majority of the bees should be in the beehive.
All right, so they're all in here.
Yeah.
And what happens now?
We'll go home and we'll lay them on. We have a hive stand ready for them. We'll place them on the hive stand, and then tomorrow morning we'll release them and let them out, and they'll become orientated.
Good morning. I am out to Adelaide's Bee Reserve out in the Goulds with Paul Din, and we are just about to release the bees into their new temporary home. So I thought you might like to see it. Hi everyone, guess what? The bees are back!
Slowly bring it off. It's not that heavy. No. And just lay it right on there. Perfect. This is sugar syrup. It's 1 part water, 1 part sugar. 50-50.
And why are you doing this?
This is, the bees will take this as nectar, and it helps them to build out their comb. Just nice and slow.
Nice and slow. There they are.
They're all looking out saying, we're home. Once the bees are really comfortable with this location, we're going to take your hive, the actual hive you've been painting, and we're going to actually move this one to the side, and we're going to put your hive in its place, and we're going to start slowly taking one frame at a time and putting it back into the new hive.
Hi guys, welcome home. They're just kind of peeking around.
I wouldn't go any closer than that.
Okay.
Look at all the orange pollen. Pretty awesome, isn't it?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They are busy.
They are. I can't wait when we open them up and actually
See what
see
it
them
looks
inside.
like inside.
Yeah.
It's so funny how they carry the pollen in those pouches
Yeah.
on their legs.
They actually have, it's called cubiculi, and they have actual little hairs on their legs, and they actually stuff the pollen in there. So they call it a pollen basket, or some people call it pollen pants, just because it sounds funny, pollen pants.
And pollen furs.
But they, yeah, look at the pollen on that one. It's just, so pollen is the protein source, and nectar is your energy source, right? And they need the nectar and the honey, or even a sugar syrup,
because that keeps they're able to vibrate their wing muscles to stay warm. But they're doing fantastic. And whenever you see pollen going into a hive like that, it means there's lots of baby bees in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many bees do you think could be in there now?
There's like at least 40,000 bees in there again. Yeah, she had, when we counted, there was about 5 frames of brood. So a frame of brood is all baby bees. And I would say there was about, well, 1 frame of brood will equal 3 frames of live bees. So if you think about it, there's 10 frames in each box. So you got 20 frames there now. So this is a full, this will be the brood chamber, the bottom part. And then any box that go on top are for honey boxes, right? But they're doing great.
So today is going to be my first real test as a beekeeper. We're gonna get to really get in there, see how all the bees are doing, and also hopefully see the queen.
A little more.
Yes. Now,
Gotta be good luck.
Oh, yeah.
that has to be good luck. If you look at these cells that look like a cookie color, they're capped over. That's all baby bees that are about to emerge. That's all what they call capped brood over here.
Wow,
That's all capped honey.
that's capped honey.
Yep.
Honey?
Honey on the sides.
Honey
No, I
there.
don't see the queen. Yeah, it's all honey.
Finding a needle in a haystack.
It is.
There she is.
Yeah.
And she
Awesome.
doesn't have as many rings on her
No,
belly.
no
It's-
rings, just straight color.
I'm gonna call the queen Adelaide.
Oh my God. She's walking around calm as can be.
And there we go. Home sweet home. Leaves are changing and the temperature is dropping, so now it's time to get my honeybees ready for winter. A lot of people, I think, don't realize that bees can survive over the winter.
They cluster in a very tight ball. The queen is in the middle. The bees on the outside of the circle are vibrating their wing muscles, and it actually raises the temperature in the hive. As the bees on the outside start to get cool, the bees that are warm on the inside will come out and replace them, and they'll go in and get warm again. The queen is always in the center, nice and toasty and looked after.
Oh, yeah.
Wooden shavings, right? Nice and dry.
And what does this do?
This is very important to keep the bees warm, but also to catch the moisture. This is roofing felt, and we just wrap basically like a horseshoe just around the back and sides of the hive, but the front is left exposed. It's nice and dark, and it's going to attract the heat and warm the hive. Okay, but we don't put it on the front because we don't want them to become overheated. So there's all females in this hive now, no males. All the males are gone.
What happened to the males?
They kicked them out of the hive because they just eat honey and mate with the queen, so they're gone.
So they're of no use over winter.
No use. They're totally useless. That's it. So they get thrown out. It's a great way to conserve the amount of honey they have, and overwinter the hive with just females.